Thanks for clicking on Just Beast Fitness. I'm your trainer Jasper Bravo. Today it's a day where you're training our triceps. So if you have skinny arms or you want a definition on your arms and or you have big arms and you want them to be more defined and bigger and look more aesthetic, this is just a video for you. And we are going to start this right now. As you know, always we do this for a long time, not only a good time. So that's why we keep it natural always, because our health always comes first. Anything else, the aesthetics, the physique, the size, that will always come after our health. So if you're somebody who resonates with such and this one is what you like, you can like the video as you continue, and you can always feel free to come back and watch others of our videos where we have awesome training tips on building muscles and having aesthetic body naturally healthy. Now today, when you're training your triceps, I want you to know that it is a very important part of your arms. In fact, it's the most important part of your arms if size is what you care about, because if you train your triceps, you're going to have bigger arms than somebody who doesn't, of course, because the triceps muscle are the biggest muscle on your arm. Now you're starting your workout, just avoid injuries with some warm-up set, and that's why we're doing these push-ups, and these push-ups are doing them to failure. Personally, I usually try to make sure that each and every set of my workout is headed to failure, as long as the workout is not a dangerous one. Like push-ups, I cannot get hurt doing push-ups, so it's okay to do it to failure as my first set and also as my warm-up set for my workout. And these are very good workouts. You can always do push-ups when you want to warm up your shoulders, triceps, forearms, and even your chest day. So that's it for the first warm-up set. Now we head direct to the first workout, which is going to be single arm overhead tricep extension, and we're starting with the weight that can allow us to go for high reps, because we just want to pump the blood right there and get that awesome pump at the beginning of the workout, so that by the time we are building up to the heavy weights, the triceps is so ready and it's so pumped and it's already full. Now that is the first set of the overhead, and sometimes I do them separately like that. This is just to make sure that each and every tricep is working equally, because sometimes when you train them together, one could be working harder than the other. So sometimes it's okay to separate them, that just to make sure that you maintain that symmetry, so that your left arm and the right arm both look the same. You don't want to have one arm looking bigger than the other. So that one is the first set. We move direct to the second set. We've added a little bit of weight, and yeah, it's now getting heavier, but it's still nice. It's just so excruciatingly painful right now, but we are loving it, because with that pain we know comes growth, and without that strain we can't grow. So that one was the first set for the left arm. Now we go to the right arm, just to make sure that we do the same number of reps we did on the left. And this one is just how you build big arms. This workout is responsible for making you have that long head of your triceps grown. That head that I'm touching, the one that is on the inside, that is the long head. You need to grow that. You have to do the overhead. Now we go to the tricep extensions with the cables, and here we're also aiming for a little bit of heavy weight, but this is a weight that allows us to go at least for 10 reps. 10, 12, 15 reps is good enough for this one, just to make sure that, of course, the muscle is hit hard enough. We want to hit the muscle hard enough, and there's that range of motion that you need. You have to go all the way down and all the way up, controlling the movement. That is, you don't jerk the weight around. Now that was the first set. We move directly to the second set, and we don't add any weight, by the way. It's just the same weight, but now we try to hit the previous rep, because progressive overload, you just don't need to always add the weight. The people think that way, but sometimes you can progressive overload by simply adding the reps and the speed of motion, that is moving slower. Now we're doing that workout, and at the same time as we do the extensions, we are supersetting them with the body dips. And this one is also a very good workout, because it hits both the triceps and the chest at the same time, especially on the lower part of the chest. So this is another workout. It's a calisthenic movement, but it's a very good movement. If you don't do this workout, you need to learn, or you need to start doing it, because you will get so much, as long as as long as it doesn't hurt you, because the people, when they do this, they find a lot of strain on their shoulders. I thank God for that, because I don't feel that strain personally. I do try, like right now I have that shoulder injury on my left, but still I can see that I can still do this. Of course, I haven't tried doing it since I got the injury. I haven't tried doing it with the weights, so I'm yet to try that, but I can confess that I can do it without the weights, and it's safe enough for me. I'm not feeling any pain on my shoulders. So we're going to the next workout, which is the close grip bench press. This is a very good workout also for the short and the mid head of the triceps. So if you want that fully grown and full packed triceps, you want it to be well balanced, right? You need to do this workout too. This is one of the best workouts for the triceps, because it also allows you to handle a lot of weight, and that explains the reason why I decided to drop it towards the end of my workout, because I want to do it while tired. It's a workout that when I do tired, I can still handle some decent weight. That's why I do that. But if I start with it when fresh, I'll have really to load it a lot, and also sometimes that can risk you getting injured. So I always prefer to have my heavy workouts towards the end. Of course, many people do the opposite, majority of people do the opposite, but personally this is just what works for me. I prefer to do my heavier lifts towards the end of workouts, because by then I'll not have to really go too heavy. Another thing I wanted you to know about this close grip workout is that it's very good also for your chest. It helps your chest grow in a little bit of your front delts. So we go to the second set. We're not adding any weight. In fact, we reduced the weight a bit, and we try to hit more reps than the previous set, so that we can become bigger than last time. Always trying to progress, always trying to get better, always trying to improve the movement, that is the form, the stretch, always going all the way down, lifting all the way up, controlling the movement slowly, centrically, and that makes it for that workout. So right now, this is how we look. This is how the tricep is looking. You see that? That is what you want. Anytime you want to have a physique, you want to have a big arm. And if you want to have a big arm, there's no big arm without a big triceps. You see that curve that is forming behind the shoulders there? That is because that triceps is so pumped. And that is what we like. We like to feel pumped, because this pump will last throughout the day. We will be walking around and we'll be feeling it. So if you're somebody who enjoys such comments, if you're somebody who enjoys my content, that is, you are into bodybuilding, especially workout and fitness, for the guys who care about health and people who do it naturally, I think you just need to be sticking around. You need to check many other videos that I have on this channel, and you can go through this journey together, and you can always ask me any question, which is, of course, is concerned with the fitness, national bodybuilding, weight loss, and so on and so forth. You can always talk about them. And if you enjoy my content, of course, you can like this video as you see my physique, how it's moving forward, how we are progressing. You can always, of course, subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one if you'll still stick around.